Hey guys, what's going on? This is Chenny 180 and
Lago Figs.
Chamba.
And we have
Machu.
And you're watching an all-new episode of Chatmigos.
Assemble!
All right.
Good homies.
All right. Machu, how are you, sir?
Good. I just got in.
Yeah, I saw that. It's amazing. Good job. Good job. Chamba, how are you, sir?
Good. It's already Tuesday. I don't believe it.
Yeah. Well,
It's too quick.
time's just cooking by. Pew, pew, pew. And Lago, how are you?
I'm good. I've been rewatching the Street Fighter movie, the one from '96, and man, I love that movie. It's so good, and the character designs are so cool. So I'm like hoping maybe some way we will get those character designs in figure forms eventually.
It's tricky, dude.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Insanely
it's not
unlikely.
the same license. Yeah,
Yeah.
They just look so cool. Like this, so
I
good.
agree.
How about you, Cheney?
I'm okay. I can't complain. I was just telling the guys before we started, I'm tired. Been tired the last couple days. I don't know why. I just don't know why.
Gotta get some sleep, man.
Yeah, dude. You need to
Yeah.
rest.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll try. I'll try and go to bed early tonight and see what happens.
Have a Thursday show. Have just Ernie take over. You go take a nap midway through.
Okay. All right. I'll remember that, and I'll let him know that you said that. So.
He's gonna love that or hate it. I don't know.
Probably both. Probably
Have
both.
Adam take over. Oh, that'd be.
Ooh.
Well, we've got a great guest today. You may know him from many different places. I would like to introduce the one and only Oilers Workshop. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hello. Thank you. My name is Oilers Workshop. Good to be here.
How have you been, man?
I'm very tired as well. I'm good overall. I'm just very tired.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah. Real quickly here, for the people who may not know who you are or what you do, you want to break that down real quick for everybody?
Let me break it. No, I'm kidding. I'm still waking up from my nap. My name is Oilers Workshop because I invented a steampunk character named Oiler McCoyle a long time ago for a steampunk event, and I just decided to name my stuff after that because I'm a giant dork, and I like toys. I've liked toys my whole life, and I like making things for my toys, and now I do that as often as I have time for it on YouTube and Instagram, and that's the short version.
All right.
Love it.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And this isn't your first time around these parts. We're very happy to have you back. So we've got a lot to talk about today. And we got to put you on the hot seat again and ask you all those hard-hitting questions that inquiring minds want to know. But before we get there, let's go ahead and check in with our wonderful Chatmigos. What's going on, guys? Thank you for joining us today. You could have been anywhere else, but you decided to be here. We've got a great show with Oilers is in the house. So hit that thumbs up, share with your friends, let them know Oilers is in the house. And if you're a Hushmigo, drop them dots in there. And without further ado, let's get this rolling. All right. We got Mark Rose is in the house. Zio Adams, Toy Rensu is here. Marcus Yee, Venom24, what is up? Henrock, what is up, Henrock? Blunt Force Honesty, Hushmigoing it up. Thank you so much for joining us. Brad Harper, thank you, sir. Thank you for hanging out with us today. We've got Ray Paz is in the house. Donald Layton, Just Jeff 45. D Balake Make is in the house. What is up, man? Grumps, what up, Grumps? How are you? Matt Logic 44 is here. Jimmy Seals, he's here on Tuesday making the deals as well. So thank you, Jimmy Seals. Disavowed Action Figures, what is up, man? Man, Beast Boy, what is up, sir? We've got Doombot 9000 is also in the house. Matt Gray, what is up? Sath Amateur Hour is also here. Let's see. The Wrestling Hound. Woo!
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 Shelf Presence is here. Fishnet Creative Studio is here, cheering on Oilers. What is up? Sonic Rockman X is screaming assemble. And with a bit of let's get buck nutty. All right. Ready to get buck nutty? Not everybody at once.
Don't know what that is.
All right. Shadowbird is here. Rick Jones is in the house. What is up? Diggs Figs is also here. Diggs, did you get your kung fu in this morning? I hope you did. Justin Booth is here. An old grumpy nerd. So thank you guys so much. Oh, Ender Shadow. What is up, man? What's up, Carl? So thank you, everybody, so much for joining us today. Like I said, share with your friends. Let them know. We got a great show. Lots to talk about. Great guest. All of the above. But it is that wonderful time to put you on the hot seat. Jordan, are you ready?
Ready. Here we go.
All right. Well, before that, we've got to set the mood. And with that,
What? What was the mood
Right.
set?
the mood is now set.
Okay.
Game and match. I could have rolled that in a little bit smoother. Game, set, and Machu. What do you have for Oilers?
What is your dream dio to make right now?
That's good. Right now, that's a good one because it changes. I want to make a really, really large cyberpunk alleyway that's like really has a lot of depth to it, so I could like put a lot of figures on it that goes up like 4 or 5 stories, and have it be like at night and raining. I want to find a way to make it look like it's raining.
Ooh.
Dang,
Oh my God.
I've been dreaming this up for years, so hopefully I'll do it one of these days.
that'd be great.
I want to see when that goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll film it when I do it.
Wicked.
All right. Chamba.
Jordan, what was your your favorite reveal from Comic-Con this year?
I was so busy doing everything else, I didn't pay that much attention.
Right.
I was really excited for. Well, so I made something that got one of the reveals I was excited for, which was the 1/12 scale Bruce Lee action figure that InArt is coming out with.
Mhm.
But they didn't have it to show because they're still working on the prototype. But they're going to be doing a 1/6 scale Bruce Lee as well.
Oh.
And that was revealed in the interview they did with Adam Savage's channel Tested with Norman Chan. He said that in that interview. So I'm looking forward to that. But as far as in-person reveals, I was excited to see just about everything in 1/12 scale that Jada had, and that the Dragon Man was pretty cool that Hasbro had.
Nice. Right on.
All right. Lago.
Oilers, how does it feel being someone that collects different scales?
How does it feel?
Yeah, because like usually like everybody's like, oh, only stick to this, only stick to that, and I could look back there and there's a variety of scales, statues, 8-inch, 12-inch, you got everything back there, and it looks awesome. So I just want to know, how do you feel about collecting and why all these different scales?
To be honest, it feels now at this point, because I finally just let go of any type of constraints I was giving myself about that like scale or line. I went back to what I liked as a kid. I just got what I liked. I didn't care what it was from or what size it was. If I liked the object, whether it's an accessory or a toy or a statue, I just got the thing. And a lot of things I gravitate towards because they inspire me creatively or I find them beautiful. Not as many of the things I have are because of the characterization of something in a show or a movie. Obviously, I have those too, but a lot of these things, I just love the design of them, and so it doesn't really matter to me how big or small it is. I like all of it. So
Nice.
and yeah, I gave into that style of collecting finally without constraining myself to a line or a scale, and I feel way more satisfied, to be honest.
That's good. Great answer.
That's a great, great answer.
What a great answer. Yeah. All right. My question for you is, maybe it's a 2-part question. Yeah, it's going to be a 2-part question. So, who is your favorite video game character and why?
It's kind of a tie. I have to go with Link from Zelda.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Link from Zelda because I was too impatient to play all the Zeldas as a kid on NES and SNES. I let all my friends play and I watched, and I didn't get it because I didn't like the overhead play style when I was a kid. I love it now. And then when Ocarina of Time came out, I was like, a whole new world. And that was so defining to my sensibilities of what I like in storytelling that I can't. And I also love the idea of the character on a quest with all of his accessories and all of his belts and his bow and his boomerang. And that game fueled so much of my sensibilities of how I like to design a character when I used to make like costuming stuff when I was doing some of that. I like the idea of going on a quest with all of those things, and it all comes from that game. And so I have to give that credit to Link, and so I gravitate towards Link, specifically Link from Ocarina of Time, but really Link in general.
Okay. All right. And what are a couple of your favorite toy lines that have made video games, like some video game toys that you picked up that you really enjoy? over the whole duration that you've been collecting over the years?
Well, behind Ahsoka, I have the Figma Link, and I have the Figma Samus. I think it's from Metroid 3 Corruption, or Metroid whatever that I forget. I forget remember which one she's from, but she's wearing the Varia suit because I got it because it's from. It reminds me of Metroid Prime. Excuse me. But these probably are my two favorite video game characters I've ever owned in figure form, because I feel like they're a great representation of those characters. Samus was the other one that Link ties with, if you hadn't guessed by now.
Uh-huh.
But Link and Samus, those are probably my favorites. I know I've owned a bunch, but I can't think of a lot of them right now. I haven't played a lot of games, to be honest, for a long time. And I've all of my gaming is stuck in like the year 2004 and prior.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but that's, but even if I played newer games, it'd probably still default to those two, Samus and Link.
Okay. That's awesome. Heck yeah. Well, that completes this edition of the Hot Seat with Oilers Workshop. Awesome,
Success.
man. Yes. Great job. Great job.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we've got some toy news to talk about now. So let's go ahead and bring that up, or the page up, as you will. All right. So since you are the guest here, sir, you get to pick what we're going to talk about first.
How about Sesame Street?
All right. Sesame Street by NECA. So what are your thoughts on these?
I think they're really cool. I got to see those in person too at San Diego Comic-Con. Actually, I probably should have mentioned them when you asked me earlier, but the count was really cool too. I think these are. I was looking at these yesterday when they were dropping this, and I was remembering what it was like to play with my colored wooden blocks when I was 7, before my parents got divorced, on the living room floor watching Sesame Street. So I was like, wow, these toys really are giving me the feels in a good way. So I was excited about these because I didn't realize how much I still love this property, and the fact that these toys can do that, I think is really cool. And I'm extremely thrilled about the letter A for some reason. I don't know why, but I really want that little letter A.
All right, that's fair.
Look at the face. It's like, what's up?
Yeah,
I just
he looks so
want the letter
happy.
A. I
We've
want
got
the
a-
boring stories book and the letter A. That's why I really
Yes.
want those.
We've got a very generous super chat from the one and only Shelf Presence. He says, Migos, I'm in Florida. Is that Florida or
Blah.
Flaw? I'm in Flaw, so may not make Thursday. So thank you so much for the super chat. And then he gifted 5 memberships to the channel.
Crazy.
You're a crazy man,
Madman.
sir, and we greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much. And around here, when memberships get gifted, we like to make a big deal out of it. So is everybody ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yay.
All right. And those went to Cat McKay Random, Bro Guy Jesse, KFC, Kirby Kai, and Art G. So thank you so
Nice.
much, Shelf Presence. All right. Machu, where are you at on Bert and Ernie?
I think I need to pick these up. I like the accessories and the facial expressions on them.
Mm-hmm.
I like the pigeon one of them comes with. Yeah, there you go.
Bert?
What is that other thing? Is that like is that like a board of pins? What is that?
Bottle
It's
caps?
his bottle cap collection.
Oh, okay.
He has a paperclip collection and a bottle cap collection.
Yeah, I think when I saw these in San Diego, I was like, I definitely need to pick these up. So I'm in.
Okay. All right. Chamba, what about you, sir?
Yeah, seeing these at Comic-Con, it's really impressive how well they handle the sculpt. and also how they captured the texture of a lot of their clothing. I was talking in the Discord voice chat. It was a few days ago, and it'd be fun to just like pop the head off and just put another head in there, just to make them like hold the head, look like they're wearing a mascot type costume type thing. Could be fun. But no, this is a great set.
All right. Quick question: do you guys think that these might have looked a little bit better if they were flocked, like the hands and the heads?
I think they look good the way they are. They did such a great job with the texturing that it looks almost flocked just by looking at it, you know?
Okay.
It'd be a cool addition, like a variant.
A variant, yeah, definitely a variant.
But I think they did so good with the texture, and like when I saw them pictures from Comic-Con, I'm like, I thought they were flocked, like, you know. So they did a great job.
Also, I feel like if you did the part swapping, you might ruin the flock.
Yes,
and keep,
that's
grabbing
true.
onto-
That's very true.
a lot of joints in the flocking never ends up good. Like just wears out. But a variant could be fun.
I was thinking about that flocking. That flocking, the types of stuff they normally use is so fine that I think visually it actually might not. It might feel like it's right because it's soft, but I actually think it might not look as good as they've done here with the sculpt and paint because the actual flock hairs are so fine. And the actual texture of the puppets is more of a felt, which is sort of a matted look, and I think they've done a great job with the paint and sculpt here.
Well, look at you with all of your knowledge on textures.
It's just me watching Sesame Street. That's all that
is. All right, Lago, what are your thoughts on these?
Just what I said. I think they look great. I think the texturing on everything, from the sweaters to the puppet parts, like the heads and everything, just really make it stand out. And then the paints look great as well. I'm super excited for. It's not shown here, but Count, because my children, my oldest, my youngest, they all love Count Von Count, and I was so close to buying that Super 7 like huge one. But now that NECA is coming out with their own, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna settle for that. So I'm excited for these, especially more specifically for my kids, because like I don't remember much. I remember watching Sesame Street, but not that much. But as a father, seeing my kids watching Sesame Street, this reminds me of them. So it's more a memory of that.
So are you going to display these next to your NECA Bon Jovi?
And my Bruce Springsteen, and yeah, sure, why not? Next to Vegeta as well.
There you go.
I could see Bert with his bottle cap collection showing it to Samus over here, like Samus up, like, hey Samus,
It'd be a lot of fun too to have the desk there with like the letter A or C and like a completely different character, interacting with the letters.
Aragorn. No.
Yeah.
A is for Aragorn.
Yeah. Brick something says V is for Vegeta.
Yeah, you get the A, take out that bar in the middle, mod it so it's a V upside down.
And the face is upside down.
Like I was repainting it.
Yeah. That'd be great. Yeah, when I saw these in Yeah. C is for Clone Trooper. Correct. Yeah, when I saw these at Comic-Con, I was like, oh wow. They really knocked it out of the park with these. They look really, really good. And these pictures that they took here are great as well. Like, it's cool because it's like the sets and everything that they had when making them are like kind of simple. So it's like it looks, I guess it looks easy because, we do have Oilers here and he does make dioramas as well. So it's like something making like a Sesame Street background would probably be easier, right? Would I be wrong with that?
If you're doing interiors, yeah. Some of the exteriors, I actually was looking at some of that recently because of these figures. I'm like, And the actual Sesame Street itself is pretty detailed on the outside, but it's inside, an actual
street. That's why.
Yeah, it's an actual street that's actually like full urban detail and everything. but the insides, like, yeah, you could make some pretty cool sets for your figures pretty easily. They're pretty straightforward.
Mm-hmm. Like the one here with the letters. I mean, that, like, the way they set that up is just killer. Like, it took me right back to being a kid going, oh wow, I forgot all about that. And that's something that's real simple to do. You've got the brick wall there and the one colored background, and then you're there. But yeah, these look super duper cool. They look really, really nice. They come with a decent roll of accessories. I'm not gonna lie, these are really, really tempting. I wouldn't know where I would put them or display them or whatnot, but they're very, very tempting. I may not pick them up and just kind of, enjoy them from afar.
Is there any character though from Sesame Street that you would pick up?
It'd be kind of hard to pass up on Oscar the Grouch.
Figured. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one where I'm like,
Yeah.
probably,
Oscar, Gonzo, Cookie Monster, Grover.
Oh,
Beaker.
Cookie Monster. Yeah, Cookie Monster.
I'd be down for all of those guys. Snuffle up against
a deluxe Big Bird, like we said.
Dude, totally.
Like a huge Big Bird. That'd be great.
I don't
Cookie
think
Monster didn't come with C.
Yeah, I don't think I could pass on a Cookie Monster.
Mm.
I think that's definitely a must-have for me.
Well, they got to do what, 24 or how many letters are in the alphabet? 26 letters.
Mm-hmm.
They got to do 26 figures, right? No.
Yeah, exactly.
I wish they would like develop a way to make the mouth move where you wouldn't see the hinge, because that would make it so like you'd have so many more options with it,
like a mini puppet at that point.
Basically.
I just realized the Build-A-Figure for this line is the alphabet.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good, actually.
That's amazing.
I like it.
It's clever.
All right. Let's go ahead and move along then. Let's see. Machu, it's your turn.
Did you guys ever talk about the Catwoman?
No. Oh, I don't know.
This one?
Yeah.
No.
Let's talk now.
All right, let's go to that one.
All right.
You thought I was going to go with Spider-Man.
I did actually. I did. But then Lago would have been like, that's what I was going to pick.
Yeah.
This looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all you have to say about it?
That was it.
I was trying I've never gotten anything from was Jazz Inc.
Jazz
Dioramas?
Inc. Yeah. Jazz
Yeah.
Inc. Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys know how much you know about Jazz Inc. I've talked to Yost a little bit. He's the owner of Jazz Inc. He's really, really nice guy. And this is his first figure, and they're licensed with Warner Brothers now. They weren't in the past.
Oh.
And that's their vehicles are globally licensed. But the figure, they don't have a global license for the Catwoman, so you have to get her through a third-party retailer if you want her in America. So that's the only hang up on this figure for American and Canadian collectors. You got to get her from somebody who can facilitate that. But he's aware of that. And I think they're going to have it's 2 diorama bases and 5 head sculpts with this thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if you go to their IG, you can see some of the head sculpts already.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the actual claws that she has are actually going to be die-cast metal. I actually interviewed the gentleman who's making them, John de Guzman. He's a Filipino artist who does metalworking in 1/6 scale, and they hired him to make the claws for all of the Catwomen. They're handmade miniature metal claws.
Oh wow.
Yeah. He's going all out for this. There's a lot to this.
Oh wow.
He got Michelle Pfeiffer's personal approval too from her for the head sculpt as well.
Very good.
Yeah, let's look at these.
I think I have to pick this up.
I'm curious what the price is going to be.
How? Yeah, that's what worries me. Is the
So
price.
The price, he said he's gonna try to keep it under 300 for like a regular edition.
What?
But then there
Crazy.
would be like this deluxe editions with more head sculpts and diorama bases and all that, and that price will go up.
Gotta go.
As far as like if you're trying to get it in the States, like Oilers said, it's going to be difficult. But 1/6 kit usually carries Jazz Ink stuff, so
okay, so
you
I
have
can
to get it
that.
from 1/6.
1/6 kit.
Yeah.
Look at the paintwork on this. That's
Yeah, that one's
amazing.
Scary good.
So that means I'll have to pre-order the Batman Returns Keaton too to go with this.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to buy my Hot Toys 89 Batman? Slightly used.
Slightly used, just taken out of the box. That's
Wow, this is crazy. This one looks almost real.
Yeah, that's the battle damage version.
That's wild.
If you join his Facebook group, he shows tests of them flexing her fabric too, like on the knees and the elbows.
Okay.
And it's a nice fabric too. It's like he really, really took his time to make sure this was nice. So he didn't want to have any.
I really shot myself in the foot making this one, huh?
Damn. So with that being said, Jordan, what are your thoughts on this figure?
I think I've said them. It's incredible. I probably won't get this, but I'm an appreciator of what he's done, and I'm excited for people who are especially want to get all the stuff from this film. Like you mentioned, the Batman Returns Batman is beautiful, and his '89 Batmobile that he just released. I got to talk with a lot of the guys who got his test batch in, and I've seen his version of the final production now that he's released. That thing is amazing, and it's like I don't have the money for it, but I would love to own that vehicle. But seeing this with it, if I had the cash, I would absolutely try to get all of this stuff as one and put it on a beautiful shelf and build a display for it. It's amazing. It looks so good.
Heck yeah. Chamba?
Yeah, absolutely beautiful work. There's so many companies now in the 1/6 game, and just in toy game in general, that are really showing up. Like we've got Jazzic now doing figures. We've got InArt doing 1/6 stuff now, and also 112, where they used to just be doing statues. So yeah, it's a lot of competition, which is good because then they're gonna have to, find a way to compete with each other. So as a consumer, we're pretty much gonna win there. Obviously, how much it's going to cost is going to affect everything, of course. But as far as quality goes, they all look fantastic.
All right. Lago?
I think it looks fantastic. I think Jazz Inc., what I like about them is that it's a kind of a limited run, so they go in depth with everything. The Batmobile was insane. This Catwoman looks great. The only thing stopping me from purchasing this is the kind of slight tease Hot Toys did with their Batman Returns. So it's like, do I pull the trigger and get this, or do I wait to see if Hot Toys does something? Will the Hot Toys be as good as this? I don't know. Probably not, as you can see. But again, I got to look at the price, what the basic version is going to come with, compared to the deluxe version. And I know he's going to even come out with a 2-pack version where you get the battle damage and the regular. So there's a lot of options. So
that's good.
But this looks amazing. And
I mean, on this picture alone, Lago, I mean, it's kind of,
it's scary good.
Do we know what kind of body is under that suit? Is it just a plastic body or is it a seamless body?
I think he said it was seamless. I think I saw some chatter about that a couple of weeks ago, and he clarified that it was seamless or mostly seamless, something like that.
Is it something that they developed themselves, or is it like?
No, I think
acquired the body from.
Yeah, they've acquired the body from somewhere else. The morgue. Okay. No.
From Hot Toys.
Yeah, no, I don't ever do 1/6 scale, but I can definitely admire this from afar. This looks amazing. This, like, I saw that one picture and I was like, it looks okay. And then looking at this page now with all these other portraits here, like, holy cow, man.
Is there an image of the diorama that he's got there anywhere? Because he's emulated the window where it says hello there, and then the letters go away and it says hell here.
I don't see it anywhere.
It's not on their page.
Because that's how he started out, right? Was doing dioramas. Yeah. he started out doing the dioramas, so like he's got that locked in. I just think it looks really cool with her in the window. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts of the movie right there.
Did you see the licking photo? It looks awesome too, because she has a portrait with her tongue out. Looks great.
Nice. I don't know about you, Miss Kitty, but I feel much more yummier.
Here, I'll send it to you. Through the instant messaging on, so you guys can see. Amigos. I'll send you 2 photos here.
Okay.
Looks so good, man. Again, I don't think Hot Toys would be able to get to this level, but who knows? Just sent them out. There's 2 of them.
Okay. I'll check them right now.
And the deluxe comes with like what, 5 head sculpts, you said?
He didn't. Did he say specifics?
I
don't know.
I can't remember. He gives a lot of updates, and that's one of the things. If you don't keep up with all his updates, it kind of all gets jumbled up in your head.
Oh, okay.
I think he originally toyed with the idea of up to 5 with like the full 2-pack, because you got 2 figures, and then there's alternate head sculpts for each body type as well, like where it's torn open or it's close. So I think it ended up being more. It was more than 3. I think it was 5, but if somebody knows in the chat, correct me, but that's the last number I saw like a month ago, that they may have 5 if you order the all in with everything that is coming with. But that's not every one of them. I think some of them are just 2 and some of them are 3, and there might be one that's like 5. So yeah.
It says message unsupported logo.
Well, I did send them. Another.
I believe you sent them. It just says it's not supported for some reason.
I'm trying again. Another cool thing that they're doing is they're doing a Batman from '89 that sits inside the Batmobile. That's like
that one.
He's just like a statue figure that sits inside the Batmobile.
Will that fit in the Hot Toys Batmobile or no?
Yes, he said he's gonna make it so it fits in the Hot Toys.
Because I can't get this. I can't get my 89 to fit in there.
No.
Like his ears stick out too much.
Also, you run into a situation of messing up the suit and everything. So like people usually, So I think it's a great option. I think it's going to be like around like 175, which is not bad.
No,
I'm just
all right.
Broke next year.
Yeah. Let's keep it moving here. Chamba, where are we going next?
Let's go to the announcement of King from Tekken 8.
All right. Planning in progress. King, stay tuned.
Love it. I know it's not even like they rarely show stuff like this, but obviously they've got hopes at least for the Tekken line. I mean, it makes sense. Namco Bandai, it's they own the game, so why not? They're not necessarily getting licensed for it, so yeah, make it. I'll look forward to this one. This is the one that I'm actually looking forward to, as far as from the Tekken line.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think we had both mentioned like if they do King, be in for King for sure. They also showed off Nina as well.
Yeah, she looks fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a surprise, in all honesty. I didn't expect them to do Nina, but I guess the first 2 sold well enough for them to continue. But again, it is they don't pay for license, so I suppose they save a little bit on that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the King, especially like based on the body that they showed for Kinnikuman. If it's following that, then this thing is going to move quite well.
All right. What about you, Jordan? Are you a big Tekken guy?
I played a lot of the early versions of Tekken like crazy in the arcade. I know if my wife, I told my wife, I sent my wife the link, and she's watching. She loved Tekken, and she loved to destroy me in Tekken. So she'd probably be excited to see this. But I would be more interested in Yoshimitsu, forgive me, it's been a long time, but the character with the flame on his pants. What's his name? Main dude.
Jin,
thank you. Yeah, it's like that's how it's been a long time since I played a Tekken game, but I would be interested in Yoshimitsu or Jin. Probably not a King, but this is very cool. Like this is very appealing. I hope it keeps going. so I could have that opportunity.
There you go. What about you, Machu?
King was probably one of my earlier mains when I used to play Tekken, so yeah, I'd probably get King. I do have I have the Jin because they came. He's not bad. It's just I wish that like he came without the jacket.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
That was always going to hinder that design, I feel.
Right. But yeah, I might pick this up if I still have any money left over after getting the
After
Catwoman.
the Catwoman.
And the Batman Returns.
Yep.
Keaton.
Yeah.
Damn it.
What was it you just ordered last week? There was something you just ordered last week too.
What did I order last week? I don't want to know. I don't remember.
I don't want to remember.
Love it. Love it. All right. Lago, what are your thoughts on this? Are you a Tekken guy? Do you like King?
I think like the last Tekken game I played was Tekken 3. So I don't know
it's been
much.
A little while.
Yeah, so it's
I'm missing.
5 games after. It's kind of crazy. So like these designs I can't, I don't make a connection with them. But the Tekken 3 stuff was cool, and I was never that huge of a fan. So even if they came out with Tekken 3 versions, I'd probably just get like the Dragon Stars version of those. I'd be happy with that.
Right.
I don't need the super expensive
versions.
Yeah. But
you don't need to go all in with the SHF.
Nah, I don't need that, but it's cool, I guess.
The most minimal amount of articulation needed.
Glue the joints as always.
Break it and then glue it in the right spot, right?
Yeah.
Sculpt over a little bit so you can.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Sculpt over the joints, sand it, make it a statue.
Yeah.
It's like, what did you just do?
It's called art, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
I felt like the joints didn't bring out the sculpt.
It really broke up the sculpt, and it was really bugging me. So
had to
do what I had to do. Seeing as how I bought the Storm Collectibles King, I think I'm in for this. Honestly, like
right?
Well, they don't even have to show me anymore. Just it's already done. Like they showed this off, and I was all, okay, cool. I'm gonna get King.
I do hope that the cape is. In the game, it is kind of removable, so I'm hoping that's a feature for this figure.
Yeah.
But is that tapping? Is that like a train going by your house, or
I don't know.
Every time you talk, it stops and then it keeps going again.
No idea.
Is it like shaking your camera or something? I don't know. Sorry, my ADD is like, what is that?
Is it still there?
No.
There it is. Now it's gone.
Now it's gone. Yeah.
Oh, what happened? He went, oh, and then
he went, oh, and then he ran away. Maybe there was someone tapping on the window.
The doggy.
Yeah. It's a vampire outside of his window. Let me in. Can I come in?
He has a rhythm too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm in for King for sure.
Cool.
But let's move along here to Lago.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go Mondo Spider-Man animated series. It's between that or the Batman Returns.
Okay. Mondo Spider-Man animated series. Tell us your thoughts.
My thoughts? I'm conflicted here. I really love the animated series. That's what got me into Spider-Man. So anything animated series, I'm usually all in and super excited for it. And it being Mondo, I was like 2 and 2 together, blow my mind.
Yeah.
But there's something about it that just I can't put my finger on it, that it doesn't wow me as much as I want it to. I think it looks great. The sculpt is great. The head sculpts look awesome. They're the limited edition stuff. It's not usual that they usually give a lot more, which is interesting. So that kind of like makes it easier for me not to get the limited version. But I don't know what it is. I think like it being Spider-Man, you could say, okay, you should have a lot more movement with articulation. It does have double jointed elbows, knees, some diaphragm joint thing going on there, waist a little bit there. So it does have some movement, but I just can't put my finger on it. Why I'm not as excited. I feel like I should be more excited about it, being such a big animated series fan. So I'm kind of like, it's a weird situation I'm in. So what I decided was I'm not going to go limited. I'm going to go regular and wait for like an Entertainment Earth sale and get it like that, because I know eventually they're going to come out with the symbiote Spider-Man, and that will probably be more exclusive and have a lot more accessories, and I would buy that one as a limited version. And the Venom's right around the corner, and I saw the layout of the Venom. That brings a lot of stuff. So Venom looks crazy cool. But this one, I don't know what it is. It's just, I don't know what else they can do, but it looks like the animated series, but it just doesn't wow me as much as I wanted it to.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. What about you, Jordan?
I agree with everything Lago said about this. I have the same feelings. I recently purchased my first 1/6 figure from Mondo, and it was the Rogue. And I like the design, and I think they nailed all the coloration and all that. But I don't know what it was about my copy. The factory just kind of messed up a bunch of little things, and so I was like, I was a little. It wasn't the greatest experience, unfortunately, but I didn't really fault Mondo for that. It was just whatever the factory and whoever was was overlooking QC. I think maybe fumbled the ball on mine, but they're very heavy, and having that in my hand, and then looking at this, and I like seeing the limited items for the exclusive. I do feel like maybe there's something more they could have done or should have done, and I think I'm gonna wait to see how people feel about it and what people have to say. Maybe I could see one and hold it, and then maybe make my decision then. The one picture where that picture is the only one that's like, wow, that looks great.
Mm-hmm.
The one looking up at him with his face sculpt, that looks amazing. So I see that, and I really would like to display that. But something about the chunkiness of the rib cage area and the lack of accessories, and my experience with Rogue is kind of making me like, I'm not sure I'm in a hurry to get it. So yeah, I just kind of echo everything Lago said, and that.
Okay, fair enough. Chamba. I mean Machu. I mean Chamba, right? No, Machu. Machu.
You would think I would be in on this, but I told myself that I would only stay with the Mondo Batman animated series.
Mm-hmm.
And the more I look at this, it looks like a nice blend between like Mafex and like Marvel Legends, right? Because like the way the articulation looks like a large Mafex, but I think it's also missing is it missing butterfly joints?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like that kind of just like, I don't know. It looks like it doesn't hit like all the poses you would want him to hit. He's also missing wall crawling hands.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with Jordan, what he said with that last photo is what sold me with just like the unmasked head sculpt. But like other than that, I'm just like, I don't know if I would be fully in on this. And if I were to get the exclusive, now you're tied in with that goblin mask. You have to get the goblin whenever they release that. You know, that's going to be pricey with a glider.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I'm just gonna dodge that bullet, and I'd say this is a pass for me.
Okay, all right. Chamba.
This is a pass for me. Also,
Wow.
I'm not. I don't buy any of the Mondo 1/6 stuff. Also, just as Spider-Man, as a fan of Spider-Man, if I'm gonna get a Spider-Man figure, I'd like for it to pose like a Spider-Man figure in a way. And you know, I think the unmasked head sculpt is phenomenal, but at this rate, I'd almost rather just get a custom head sculpt that will fit any of my 112 Spider-Man. So I don't know. This one's not really doing it for me. I think it looks cool, but it just feels so limited. As far as, especially like knowing how heavy they are as well. Like, can you really make them do anything other than, oh, it looks cool standing there with cool lighting?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not the audience for this.
Okay. I too picked up the Rogue, Jordan, and I wasn't happy with it either. And they had said they would get me replacement parts by mid-July, and here we are in the middle of September, so that's not helping. at all.
Yeah. Well,
number
that's
one.
interesting.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that doesn't entice me to buy more things from them. I'll just say that. But number two, I have a theory here, and I've told this to I think Lago and Chamba before.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about the animated Spider-Man that it, like, if you try to go design specific, like, it just doesn't do well in a 3D form. I don't think it translates well. I remember a lot of the old Toy Biz figures. I remember they looked funny to me because they're really going for that, animated style. And I noticed it again when I saw this at Comic-Con. I was like, yeah, there's just like the way his head is shaped just doesn't translate into 3D form that well. I don't know why. And the other thing is, like Chamba was saying, like, if you get a Spider-Man, you want this thing to move, and there's really no, what's the word I'm looking for? Dynamic poses in any of these pictures. There's nothing really that's like, hey, I know you're upset too. It's okay. Just calm down. There's nothing that screams dynamic Spider-Man to me in any of these photos. Okay, I'm not doing that.
I think the other thing is like the way it's sculpted and the lack of butterfly joints, from what I'm saying, is like the chest is going to be too broad for it to
very broad,
really
super
move
broad.
the arms.
Yeah.
And then the hips, the way that looks like a cut.
Yeah.
You can't. It looks like you can't even bring those legs up.
It's weird though, because on the actual shot where he's sitting on the ledge, I'm thinking, are those hips actually attached to him? Because that's the highest they've actually bent at the hip.
That you can see.
Yeah, that one there. But on every other pose, his leg is just barely lifting.
Right.
So,
yeah, you're right there.
I don't know.
I gotta say, I'm happy to hear that everybody else is feeling similar, because I was politely holding back.
Don't hold back.
Don't hold back.
I just didn't want to come across as a jerk, because if some people love this, I didn't want them to be insulted. But
here's the thing: is like, it's okay for us to have our nitpicks and whatnot about it. And if you like this and you're like, I got to get this, it's animated Spider-Man. It's something that I really want. It's something that I grew up with as a kid and I love. Like, by all means, go get it. Like, you don't have to we're just saying what we think about it.
Oh yeah.
If you're all in on it, then pick it up.
Yeah. Do we know the price on this?
$240 for the limited.
Never mind. Yeah, no, there's no way. If it was like 165, I'd be like, maybe. But it's based on that Rogue that I had, the quality of the paint and the finish work from the factory was not good at all. And they was very heavy, very top heavy, and very, very limited in posing. And this doesn't look much different than that Rogue as far as what it's going to offer.
Right.
And I like, if they had more joints and some of the bulbousness of the head and the thickness of the rib cage was cleaned up, I would be like, okay, maybe for like 210, 200. But I'm just, I was thinking about this today too, because Mondo doesn't make, if this makes sense, if this sentence makes sense, or if it doesn't, let me know. Mondo doesn't specialize in figures, they specialize in collectibles. Right? If you look at Mondo's website, it's almost no figures. They just make some figures, and it all has to do with the nostalgic line that they're interested in. Everything they do, the music, the puzzles, the small little like Sofubi things, the prints. So this isn't, and I'm not saying it they should do better, because that's not that. This is the way they do things. This fits their storytelling of how they make stuff. But for coming from a perspective of people who have hundreds of figures, it's like, yeah, this isn't necessarily going to fit right in. So that's all.
Yeah, no, the sculpt is there. Don't get me wrong. The sculpt is there. The likeness is there. Everything's there. I think the other method, which could have changed some people's minds, if you would have came with like swap out legs and arms to get him in, some of those poses, like in the crouching poses.
Put the price a lot higher.
It would have, but on the flip side, it's like you would have been able to get this Spider-Man in those poses. Like now, granted, if you want him just kind of standing there on the shelf, then this is perfect because he looks like the animated Spider-Man. Period. Like,
yeah, and shout out to the sculptor Alex Brewer, who did an
100%.
amazing job, and
Absolutely.
Raul Barreros with the photos did a great job.
Yes.
It looks awesome. It looks good. It's just you run into the situation with these type of figures, especially a Spider-Man. If you want to pose it like crazy, you're gonna get a lot of like these cuts and joints. If you want the sculpt, you don't want to put so many cuts and joints. The issue with this one, it could be because it does have the cuts and joints, but it just doesn't look like it poses too much.
Right. Doesn't function as
it's into that situation where like, and I don't know the solution. I'm not here to give you the solution. I don't know what the solution is, but it does look great, and I will get it. But I'm not like day one, boom, like
When it's
I usually am. Yeah.
This is my favorite version of Spider-Man ever.
Me
like
too.
Aside from most of some of the comics, like I like most of the comics, but this me and my wife have rewatched the animated series like 7 or 8 times since we've been married.
Yeah.
She loves it too. Like she loves this version, and if I showed her this, she'd be like, "Go ahead and buy it." She'd be like, "Get it." But she's not going to have the observations that we might have about those.
Right.
So,
and I think a majority of my complaints are about the engineering, if anything. Like if I was going to complain about it, it's the engineering.
The paint is beautiful. The colors are beautiful. It definitely looks like it. Like the images you said are beautiful. Like the design choice looks good. But yeah, that was the same thing with Rogue. The engineering and the way it came out of the factory with the finish, I was like,
But I just also want to, like, that's not always the case. Like the Rogue was an exception. The Rogue, a lot of people had issues with. I had issues with Cheney. Everybody had issues with the Rogue. Usually their stuff is really good out of the factory.
And I've heard that too. I know somebody who has almost every other X-Men, and they were like, dude, you got to get Rogue. It's going to be amazing because all my other ones, and I trust what they said. And then I got Rogue and I was like, But I've heard, he's got Sabretooth and Wolverine and Jubilee, and they're all great. And I've seen up close video, and I know you're right. So that's why I was so conflicted because I'm like, I really want to give them a chance for my own collection, but now I'm like, ugh.
I almost feel like something that would wow me a little bit more, I don't know why, would be a regular basic Peter Parker with like that teal shirt that he had on. Because I think they would knock that out of the park, like because the colors and nostalgia factor. So I can't wait for the Venom. Venom's gonna look great. And we'll see if they do a Green Goblin or a Mysterio, a chameleon with different head sculpts, like
Prowler.
Insane.
Prowler.
I think
Prowler from the animated series.
What was that extra Spider-Man head that was in the limited edition?
It's a classic. It's known as they put it as a classic head, so I guess it's more like a comic book kind of head.
Okay.
The eyes were.
The eyes are different, yeah. And then like you know how that like nose jaw area is weird on
Protrudes,
the the animated. This one has it more like toned down.
If someone could sell me on this figure, I'd want this and a Prowler because I love the way those two characters look standing next to each other as well in the cartoon, and the black suit Spider-Man and Hobgoblin.
That's how, like, if they can guarantee these for you, you'd be like, all right, I guess I'll get this one.
Yeah, and I think once they reveal the black suit Spider-Man and the Venom, you're gonna see all the Eddie Brock heads and stuff, and that's gonna be like, oh wow. This one, they were just so like, I don't know why. There's not much on that limited edition.
Well, I'm really interested to see how they do the black suit Spider-Man, because if you notice, there's really no sculpt lines on the webbing or anything. Are they just going to repaint black suit on this body?
Most likely.
Probably.
And I, as when I was younger as well, I noticed that with the black suit Spider-Man because I got that as well. Black suit Spider-Man is one of my favorite versions of Spider-Man, if not my favorite. And I picked that one up, and it looked weird then too because it has the same jaw problem.
Yeah,
and just, like, shape.
It was one of my favorite figures when I was a kid. It had a little web that came out of the huge chest.
Yep.
But they'll add though that cell shading, which would kind of give it that premium feel.
Yeah,
I think
they would do I think they do a really good job on a Mary Jane, though. I think they knock a Mary Jane out of the park because she doesn't have to move that much, and she would look great with the rest of the figures. So we'll just have to wait and see what else Mondo does for the Spider-Man line.
I want to see them do a properly scaled Kingpin with this.
That black cat
piece of PVC.
Yeah. But unfortunately, we are out of time. So I want to thank everybody so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Jordan, thank you so much for taking the time out to hang out with us, man. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you. I'm happy. It's nice to be here and talk to people. They're nice to talk to.
Thank you. So how do we keep up with you, sir?
Follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube. And I was pretty erratic with my shares and my posts and stuff, but I've actually been slowly building a library of things to release on a more regular basis throughout the end of the year. So follow me, subscribe to me on YouTube, and you'll have a regular feed of hopefully enjoyable content.
All right. Machi, what do you got going on, man?
Tomorrow at 8 p.m. with J-Shot, we have 9 to 5 Warriors coming on B2S.
All right.
That should be fun.
Go check that out.
Very cool.
Chamba, what about you, sir?
You can find me at the Chamba on Instagram and Twitter, on the Toymigos Discord, on Chatmigos Assemble Tuesday, then on Thursday.
And Lago.
You can find me here on Tuesday. Why did I get the full screen? Like, why me? Out of all people. Okay.
You displayed it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful in there.
There you go. But you can follow me on Instagram, LagoFigs, YouTube, LagoFigs, and I'm messing up. Gosh, Tuesdays I'm here. Okay. Gosh, full screen. That would have been good if it was the small screen.
Yeah, I know. That's why it was.
It comes out naturally, but now on full screen. Yeah.
All right.
Damn you, Cheney.
All right. You can find me, Cheney180, on Instagram. Check out the Toymigos Instagram, Facebook group, Discord, all Toymigos, and check out the Jaded Toys Street Fighter Facebook group as well every Tuesday here on Chatmigos Assemble. And this Thursday, I promise, I know I said it last week, but this week we're going to have the full cast there. I swear. I hope. We'll see. Yeah. What's up, Yimbo? So yes, thank you everybody so much for tuning in tonight. As always, I am Cheney180.
He's mute.
Yes, I am. Lago Figs.
I'm Chamba.
I'm Machu.
I'm Oilers Workshop.
And Chatmigos.
Assemble!